After the violent riots outside a police station in Karnataka in 2022, the police came under attack and hundreds were booked and arrested for the case. But 2 years on, the Karnataka government has decided to drop the cases. In what has sparked off a political firestorm, the Karnataka government has withdrawn an old case of rioting in the Hubballi police station. Some of the accused in the case include the AIMIM leader Mohammed Aarif and several others accused of leading a mob that attacked the police officials in the state. Sources say the law department, the police department and the Department of Prosecution had objected to the case being dropped, but the state government decided to overrule these objections and drop the cases.
Congress party always puts vote bank interest above nation's interest and state's interest. And yet another evidence of this is when the Karnataka government has withdrawn the cases against MIM leaders who were charged with very serious sections. Even then, the Karnataka government overruled that and has given a clean sheet and has withdrawn cases against MIM leaders just because DK Shivkumarji wants that. Congress is now becoming a new Muslim League party. It is no longer a party that represents the interests of all Indians. It only caters to one vote bank interest, which we have seen even that spokespersons have admitted that Congress party only gets the votes of Muslims.
Under UAPA, the case was filed. The police department and the Ministry of Law of the state government, they have opposed the withdrawing of the case. In spite of that, they have withdrawn it. That means, in a way, they are supporting Islamic fundamental activities.
So that's a big charge by the BJP that this is appeasement politics by the Congress government in Karnataka. My colleague Deepak Bopanna is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Deepak, take us through the details of the cases that have now been dropped by the Karnataka government.
This has, of course, sparked off an entire new row here in Karnataka, Pratibha, with the BJP. We just heard Mr. Prahlad Joshi. We've heard other BJP leaders as well through the course of the day. All of them are saying this is an example of the appeasement politics that the Congress party practices. And time and again, a reflection of that is seen through some of their decisions. Now, this riot, of course, that happened in Hubballi in front of a police station led to 4 policemen being injured. There was stone pelting, there was a jeep that was burned, eventually there was lathi charge and prohibitory orders were imposed. A lot of people were taken into custody. The FIR was registered against a few people, including some of them at that point in time who had connections with the AIMIM. Now, while of course they, routinely there are cases that are withdrawn by various governments, the BJP or the Congress, they decide upon which cases they feel should be withdrawn, whether they feel it was unjust at that point in time to file or register such sort of a case, whether a protest was in the interest of the public. In such cases, they do routinely withdraw it. Now, even in, yesterday, about 43 cases have been withdrawn. Some of them, of course, where they believed some of the politicians were involved, be it from the BJP, be it from the Congress, where, they have been involved in some sort of a protest or any case which was falsely filed, or at least they believe it has been falsely filed and they should not be implicated. But in this particular case, in the Hubballi case in particular, very stringent sections, including attempt to murder and rioting and various other strong sections came, to being. Then the police, of course, thoroughly investigated, including getting a bail for some of the accused became very difficult. And at such a point in time, even with the, the police department and the law department suggesting otherwise, the cabinet has gone ahead and decided to withdraw it. More importantly, we should note that it was Mr. Tanveer Seth, the former Congress MLA, and also Mr. DK Shivkumar, all of them about a year ago, who write letters requesting that some of these riot cases should be withdrawn because some of them were innocent and were falsely implicated in these cases and are lying behind bars. Now, after that, now with the cabinet taking this decision, it has sparked off an entire row as to why withdraw such a serious case and pull out people who should have been behind bars for the crimes that they've committed. We've not heard a concrete reaction that has come in from the Congress government. The Chief Minister has said the cabinet has its right to withdraw cases. He'll look into this particular one when asked about some of the statements that has come in from the BJP.
Absolutely. In fact, Deepak, you mentioned the reaction of the Chief Minister. Let's listen into what Chief Minister Siddaramaiah said when he was asked about these cases being dropped.
ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವು ಮೊಕದ್ದಮೆಗಳನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇದೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಸಬ್ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರವ್ರ ವಿವೇಚನೆಯಿಂದ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನು.
So let's now give you the details of the grave charges on the accused that have now been dropped, or those who have been let off by the government. On April 16, 2022, a mob had gathered to protest against a derogatory social media post outside the Hubballi police station, and eventually that led to rioting. Several policemen were injured in the incident, and criminal cases with attempt to murder, rioting and other serious charges have now been withdrawn against Arif, the AIMIM leader, and 138 others. It's not just that. Let's also give you a timeline of how things have unfolded. The attack took place in 2022, after which the Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar had written to the government requesting the case be dropped. This letter was written in 2023, and now, a year after that, the case has been dropped.
Sir, the government in the cabinet yesterday has decided to drop a case in Hubballi, sir, the rioting case.
That we will discuss on.
Had very serious charges, sir.
Correct. Today we are celebrating Vijayadashmi Dasara. We will all other issues we will discuss tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Whenever you are free, please come. We will discuss. I don't want to discuss any political issues.
In fact, we've also accessed the list of cases withdrawn by the Karnataka government. The cases have also been withdrawn against the Gujarat Congress MLA Jignesh Mewani, the Higher Education Minister Dr. M.C. Sudhakar, Minister Bosaraju. Among the BJP leaders are Union Minister V. Somanna, former Minister Renukacharya, the former BJP MLA Veeranna, as well as C.T. Ravi. Deepak continues to stay live with us. So, Deepak, on one hand, several grave charges of rioting. We just played out some of the charges that had been leveled against the rioters, including rioting, attempt to murder, attack on the police officials. These cases have been dropped. Any clarification that has come in from the cabinet? You mentioned that the chief minister, and we just played out that reaction as well. The chief minister saying that it is a prerogative of the cabinet to decide. But what is the reasoning that the cabinet has given for this?
Well, the Chief Minister has said it's the prerogative of the Cabinet to take a decision if they deem fit. They haven't, of course, given a clarification as to why this particular case, but we've seen requests that have come in from legislators and ministers in the past about withdrawal of these cases. They believe that some of them were falsely implicated, but the question is such stringent, laws being put forth. More importantly, policemen being injured. Attack on a police station. Is this something that warrants a withdrawal? That is something that is being asked. Right now, we'll really have to see with the Congress continuing to defend, the decision, and also them coming under fire from the BJP, how things unfold politically here in the state of Karnataka.
Okay, all right, Deepak, thank you for joining us with those details. Clearly, a lot more expected from Karnataka. We continue coming back to you for those updates. For the moment, let's shift